Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to the Number 9 with Tommy podcast, where you try to match your answers to a panel of semi-relevant B-rate celebrities in hopes of earning a grand prize of like $2,000. What a party we attended last night, Tommy and Patty. Tasty food, loud music, and tons of women shaking them fatties. It was a wonderful break, though, from infinite ringing, both of us trying to surmount calls. Lately, we've been busier than two tards in a room full of bounce balls. Now that I've offended like half the people who understood that joke, remember, folks, humor was the only thing we had growing up flat broke. I swear the things on this show, while admittedly remain insane, the intended purpose is to simply entertain. And my entertainment partner, mi hermano, looks like he's backed up and smells like El Baño. That's a little two-piece. I hit him with a combo. Tommy fucking Washington, here for a convo. What's been up, man? How are you?
Dude.
Is this about the bounce balls, Tom?
He said tard. He said tard in your intro. And then speaking of tard, cat fuckers in the chat. Pat was lying to Judge Judy.
Cat fucker. So early.
Oh man, fucking Brenda's in the chat right now.
What? How do you know that? Oh my god, she really is. She said good morning.
Good morning, Brenda. Nice of you to join the show.
Brenda, can you explain to me why your name on Facebook is your name on Facebook? Because it took me fucking forever to realize that we were friends. I just accepted it because I thought it was Nick's family member.
It's because she's in HR for work, so she goes incognito.
So why'd she pick that first name?
I don't know.
Okay.
She goes incognito. Maybe that's her middle name.
How the fuck did we get Brenda on the show?
I don't know, man. But see, that's the wonderful thing about going live is when we go live, if you follow our channel, you get a notification.
Ah, okay.
On Twitch, it's
Fred's in the show.
Oh, Fred.
Her dog. See, that's what I thought because that was your profile pic, but I wasn't sure.
Who names her dog Ryan?
I wasn't going to put her full name out there, but now you have. Fred, what the motherfucking fuck is up, motherfucker? It's been so long. We were together every day for so long, and then just right off the fucking planet, you fell, man.
To be fair, we were only with them for 2 weekends out of the 4.
Yeah, but here they join us post-coitus. I'm glad you guys had a nice sexual morning. That's fun.
Oof. The images.
Brenda said he came with that name. I see.
Oh, I see. You should have changed it. I changed all my dogs' names. Except for Rex. I think Rex we kept. I don't remember.
He's the best one.
He is
kept the other names. Maybe they would have been better.
I doubt it. I don't know what Levi's name was. Anyway, Pat, yeah, what a party we went to last night. Pat normally on Sunday mornings goes and plays tennis with a gentleman that we work with. And I saw this gentleman as soon as I got to the party last night. And he was like, yeah, how much you want to bet Pat doesn't show up to tennis? And I was like, yeah, I don't know if he's going to go. I mean, he's fat. That might be the only reason why he doesn't go, but Pat doesn't drink. So Erica said Rex came with a name. Levi didn't have a name. Neither did Mackie. Okay.
Which also means Erica fucking Washington's in the chat.
So anyway, and he's like, I'll be there, man. I was up at 5 o'clock this morning. I went and ran 400 miles. Then I went and worked out. Then I played tennis with a professional ex-tennis player. Then I came here and I set all this shit up. And I'm ready to go back to the gym right now. Well, Pat called me at 9:30 this morning to tell me, was it 9:30 or 8:30? 8:30?
It was, I left the tennis court at 9:15.
Okay, so it was 9:30. And to tell me that that gentleman did not show up.
Not only did he not show up, this is what happened. I made plans to play tennis at 8 o'clock. I then walked away from those plans, and a different coworker was like, hey, man, let's get coffee. Let's say 8 o'clock. So I went back to my tennis guy, and I said, hey, man, how about we push tennis to 9 o'clock? Because normally it's between 8 and 9. We pick either one. So he agreed to the 8 o'clock, and then he agreed to the 9 o'clock. He was like, yeah, that works. That's an extra hour of sleep. I'm fine. So then I call him this morning, and my first thought, because we were at a very large party, my first thought was something happened to this guy because he's never been late, let alone this late. So I call him and I'm like, "Hey man, I'm leaving him a voicemail. I'm like, do me a favor, just call me either way. Let me know that you're okay." And he calls me, I don't know, 3 minutes later, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm sitting at the tennis court. What are you doing?" He's like, "You went to play tennis?" I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker, we agreed. Like multiple times, we fucking agreed we were playing tennis." And he was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing that at all. Did we have that conversation?" I was like, "Yeah, twice, bro." And he was like, "Yeah, I don't remember any of that. I'm sorry." I was like, "Fuck, man." He was
Classic.
like, "Do you have any other plans?" I was like, "Yeah, I went for coffee already. I have the podcast." He was like, "Oh, well, I don't feel bad. Like, I don't understand how this changes how you feel." Like, my fucking day was planned. This alters everything.
Eric said plus an extra hour because of the time change. That's another thing is I'm on my way to go get coffee this morning. And I look down the clock and I'm like, man, did my clock change? Which in my truck it automatically changes because there's GPS in the truck, you know?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, high tech shit. And yeah, I realized that when Pat actually called me at 9:25 this morning, it was really like 10:25.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I slept a lot.
I when I woke up, I looked at the alarm clock and I was like, "Fuck, why didn't the alarm go off?" Because it was past the time that I was supposed to go for coffee, like by 10 minutes. I was already late and hadn't woken up yet. And then, but I grabbed my phone because I was in a mad dash for the fucking front door. And the next time I looked at the clock, I was looking at my phone and it was an hour earlier. And I was like, "Motherfucker, it got me. Son of a bitch."
Get
I
you
could
every
have laid
time.
in bed another 10 minutes.
Well, it's almost better to get right up out of bed. Fuck it. So yeah, and then you were telling me that so some people went out after the party, which multiple people had asked me to go, and I had to explain to them that I'm not that guy, dude. I'm only 33, but I feel much older than 33, and if I'm up out of the house after like 1 o'clock, it fucks up my entire next day. Like I went to a Halloween party a couple weeks ago. I had a couple drinks and got home at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I slept till 11:30 and had a hangover off a couple drinks.
Yeah, I did not want to by any stretch go out after the party. Honestly, as the party drew nearer, I almost bailed on the party, but I was like, no, because somebody fucking paid for my attendance. I am not going to stiff that person. It was really just that. Like I've like my plate is already bought at this fucking party. I'm going to the party. Um, but it was like, like I hadn't even looked for a suit. I haven't put a suit on in fucking, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years. And I was like, I know I would have dry cleaned it after the last time I wore it, but I don't know if it still fits. So I just I put everything on. It was like, holy shit, it fits. And it's fucking pressed. Like, well, now I kind of have to go. Like everything's working. But no, so we were talking about a girl before we got on this podcast. That girl, and her date. So her date was like, "Hey, are you going after?" And I was like, "Absolutely not, no." And she was like, "Don't be lame." And I was like, "Hi, person, I have no fucking clue who you are. I'm kind of lame. That's like my thing. That's my claim to fame. I'm just a fucking old man, and I have no interest in hanging out with anybody after this little shindig." But then like 300 people, of course, because it's like that gang mentality. They're like, "No, you have to go. Come on." I'm like, "I will drive you guys because you're all fucking hammered. I'm happy to drive." I'm like, "No, no, we're safe. Don't worry about it, bro." And so yeah, I drove alone to the fucking after party, which was super uncomfortable. Your buddy, the one who at that same party 5 years ago ended up without his clothes, basically dry humped me from about midnight to about 1:30 in the morning. Every time he saw me, he massaged my face, he humped
Oh,
my leg.
so he went to the after party. No
Oh
surprise
yeah,
there.
of course he did, because the only thing I needed in that crowded ass, noisy ass fucking dungeon of a fucking country club was to be dry humped by somebody in front of God and everybody. That was great.
To be fair,
Uh,
he came up to me at one
to
point.
be fair,
I was trying to say bye to everybody, and he came up and started rubbing my head like it was a fucking genie lamp for a significant period of time. Made me feel very uncomfortable.
which makes sense because you're bald. Him rubbing my head in the same fashion, not as cool.
Brenda asked me if I needed a Snickers. No, Brenda, but I do need some double stuffed Oreos.
Yeah, do you have a Snickers like without the nougat or something ridiculous? A Snickers almond.
So yeah, but all in all, it was a good time.
It was.
I'm your buddy there that drove there. Remember when he took out his phone and he had a like squint at? Oof, not cool that he was driving.
Squint. He closed one eye so he could only see one of his phones, and he was only holding one phone.
Catfucker said Tom's head is mesmerizing. I'm surprised he knows how to spell such a big word.
Everybody has spell check, bro.
Anyway. He tried to rub my head too, Erica said. Wow. That would have been wild if he just went up to my wife and just started doing this and fucked up her hair all over the place. By the way, we're getting ready for this party, and Erica has made it very known that she tries to curl her hair, right? To do like stuff in her hair, but it never sticks because her hair's so straight.
I prefer straight hair.
Well, either way, we're getting ready to leave. Oh, he got me.
Oh, shit! Shots fired!
Said I'd ask your mom how to spell it. My bad. Real nice. Anyway, that was a good one, catfucker. That was a good one. So Erica's getting ready in the bathroom and she's curling her hair. I'm like, why are you wasting your? I swear to God, you just like wasting your time. Why are you wasting your time curling your hair? You know it's not going to stick. Like we're not even going to make it to the party and it'll already be straight. Putting my pants on. All right, now you're going a little too far, catfucker.
Looks like he went all the way. What's up, Jake from State Farm? Also in the fucking chat today.
Oh, there he is. There he is. I asked him to go shooting today. He said he was too busy. Apparently, you're not too busy.
He's not too busy for the podcast, though.
Fucking cocksucker.
He texted me, and the text just said, "Hey, it's Jake from State Farm." Because I didn't have his number. I was like, "What the fuck? That's a weird introduction." Jake is waiting for me to get dressed so we can get lunch. Jake said, "I'm on the road." Oh, it looks like he left your ass. He's going to get lunch without you.
That seems safe. Driving while watching a Twitch stream. Anyway, Pat, we got some mail. You want to do mail time?
I didn't know we had mail. Let's do it.
I literally asked you if you read the email from Dip.
Did you really?
Yes. Before we started. When you were like, oh, that would when we were talking about our news stories, and I was like,
yeah, you said Erica had mailed in a story, and I was like, oh, I didn't even check the email.
Yeah, you were like, that would involve checking the email.
Jake from State Farm said, safety is always second.
Nice.
Good thing that's the guy you're going to shoot guns with, huh?
He's in a fucking, what's his name there? The guy who shot the other guy? Who's the guy that we covered in the last show? That shot somebody?
By accident?
Yeah. The fucking actor.
Oh, Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, he's an Alec Baldwin. Perfect.
That's funny. When you said that, for some reason, I was thinking of Dick Cheney because he had the hunting accent. And I was like, we didn't talk about him.
You're an idiot.
That just relates Jake from State Farm to Dick. He said, you still have both eyes, unlike Catfucker. Oh, God.
Hold on. I can mail y'all shit.
That's fucking amazing.
I don't know what's going on. All right, so Pat, we got one piece of mail. It came in from our boy Dip Dizzy. Since you don't have it, Pat, and I'll just read it. It says, glad to have you guys back at it. So go ahead and order. So I go ahead and order a couple shirts from your buddy Second Armament. All I can say is, wow, these shirts are the bomb. They fit well, are long to cover the pew, which I carry daily. They're soft like a newborn's baby hands. It's supposed to be ass, but whatever. Caressing your body, not to mention, I got cool stickers to come along with the order. They go right on the order. They go right on the safe. Anyways, shipping was fast. The shirts are awesome. Well worth the money to spend on them. I will highly recommend them to all. So, just once again, Second Armament makes amazing shirts. He actually made my wife's volleyball shirts. He will do custom orders. Like if you have, 10, 15 shirts for a group that you want to have made, he will make them for you. He'll help you design them. If you don't have a design in mind, he'll do all kinds of stuff. And then he says, as far as fair season, did you guys really see any benefit from the podcast from fair season? Because it seems like you guys beat the hell out of yourselves with little return. I mean, that much movement for you two fat fucks must be exhausting. Have a great day.
You're not wrong about all counts, but we did get a lot of benefit because we got content. Our whole purpose of going was content. A secondary benefit to going was Nick really could have used some extra hands, and we were there to give him a little bit of physical support, like actually setting things up and ripping things down. So I think all in all, fair season was a huge success. But I mean, we could not have predicted how fair season was going to go.
Well, and like I said this in the last show, I would definitely do it again. I think there was some benefit for us. We did get the whole point in us doing it was to get the name of the show out there, talk to people, and whether or not, I mean, just right here in the chat today, right? We have 3 different people that have never been, well, Erica is in the chat every day.
Yeah, but Brenda, Fred, Catfucker,
and
Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, you're right. There's 4. 4 people in the chat watching the show live that normally would not do so. So yeah, I think right there alone, I mean, given they're pretty close to us now, they're not just random people that we met during the fair season, but still, it was to get the name out there, and it was also to help Nick. Brendan said, that's my kid that we're talking about, and Jake from State Farm said, Dip Dizzy needs a USCCA membership. If he does, Dip, if you're interested in a USCCA membership, go ahead, check them out. I think it's definitely worth it. It's very
I feel like
inexpensive.
You should read the last comment because that's what Dip. If you're interested in the USCCA membership, it looks like you will get a couple free handies out of the deal.
This is a true story. All right. Last Sunday, I'm sitting there watching football. Right, I'm enjoying my Sunday.
Oh my God! Then Jake put, "Give me a call." So if you call Jake from State Farm, he will give you a couple handies and get you signed up. That's nice of him. Very generous.
I'm sitting on my recliner. I'm watching football. The Niners were the 4:00 game. I'm very into it. And I get a text from Jake from State Farm, and he goes, listen, I'm going to level with you. You need a membership, and I need 2 more subscribers to hit my next bonus.
So you and Erica signed up?
Well, so here's the kicker of it all, right? If you're a member, you can sign your spouse up for half the rate a month.
Nice. That's excellent.
But that wouldn't count as 2 memberships for Jake.
Oh, so you had to do 2 full price memberships?
So I helped this asshole out and do 2 full price memberships so he can hit his next bonus. And nice yeah, here I am just being a good guy. But anyway,
how many people do you think Nick or that fucking Jake told that he needed 2 more? He's like, come on, I need 2 more. You got to do this. And people he got like 30 fucking signups that day. Yeah, and he just kept saying, I only need 2 more. It's a genius strategy.
Well, this is what I told him originally. I said, you go find one other person and I'll sign up. That's what I told him. Like, let me know when you need 1 more. And then maybe I'll be the guy. Because once again, I don't carry that often because I can't carry at work. So I don't carry that often, really just Saturdays and Sundays if I am going to carry. But it's not a common practice for me. There are more days throughout the year that I do not carry than days that I do. It's that simple. So maybe not something that I need, but I'm always willing to help somebody out. Plus, apparently today I'm supposed to get a whole bunch of shit from them for signing up, which one involves an ammo case, which I remember I told you I bought 1,000 rounds of ammo for my new rifle.
Yes.
Yeah, what I didn't know is that shit gets shipped to you in a box, loose in a bag. So I definitely need an ammo can to put all those rounds in.
What? The 1,000 rounds aren't in like a plastic container or something?
No, they come in a box and a bag inside the box, and you just have 1,000 rounds of ammo inside the bag.
I never would have expected that. Never.
Yeah. So, like,
what'd you pay for 1,000 rounds of ammo?
Thanks for reminding me. I got to do the rebate. After the rebate, and because I have a membership through Target Sports, it was about $360.
Oh wow, that's I would say that that's cheaper than I would have expected right now.
So the normal price on it without the discount I got for being a member of this site and the rebate that I'm gonna get, it was $500, which is
That
still,
was my expectation.
which for that is still pretty good. But I got $40 off because I'm a member, and then I'm getting another 75 back because they're running a rebate on it up to $75 if you
Okay.
so so yeah, I'm thinking about, I don't want to get too, but it's such a good deal. I kind of want to buy
Doing it
another
a second time.
under Erica's name
Yeah.
so that I can get 2 rebates, and it would still, like, I'm going to get 2,000 rounds for basically almost half off, like a little bit over half, like 75% off or 25% off the whole thing. So,
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so anyway, so that's Mail Time Dip. Thanks for emailing in. We're glad to be back. Again, this show is going to come out Monday if you listen to it on Apple or Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to it, Spotify. We will do a show, or we're planning on doing a show on Wednesday, and then there's going to be some downtime from then on, because I'm going away for 3 episodes, and then I think right after that, Pat leaves for Thanksgiving. So we're talking.
We have to, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. We have to review. I think I just go into OBS and then Audacity. I have Blue Justice coming through a one-on-one podcast. That is ready to go. It's going to be a week from this Wednesday. He is going to follow me home from work.
Okay. Do you want to live stream it?
Yeah, I'm down.
Is he okay with live streaming it?
We'll put him in a fucking Freddy Krueger mask or a Jason Voorhees mask if he's not.
Okay. So yeah,
fucking great. Let's do that. Even if he wants to show his face, let's mask him up.
Remind me, I mean, it would probably have to be, I could do it probably tomorrow night or Friday night. I'll come over and run through everything with you, and we'll jot down like what to do step by step on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
So you can do that, and I'll show you how
Jake from State Farm put guest host. I don't know if he means Blue Justice or if Jake is going to join me in Blue Justice. I can tell you that I desperately want Jake to join me in Blue Justice.
To be fair, I have a third mic here, Pat, that I can easily run over your house that I haven't set up yet, brand new with a set of headphones. And let's just see the fireworks go off.
Wait, do we need headphones if we're in the same room?
Nope, do not. Never mind. Only if we're not together. With that one. Only if we're not together do you need headphones. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, remind me, and I'll stop by either tomorrow night or Friday night. I don't have pool there to buy, so I can swing over after work and run through it step by step with you.
Speaking of a fucking buy, Tom, how full is your roster this week in fantasy?
I have like half my team on. Hold on, let's have mail time, then we can talk about fantasy football.
Okay. Why did Brenda say, Pat, don't fall asleep in the car?
Because you just yawned.
Oh. Brenda, I'm not driving to the funeral. Thank God.
I don't think they knew that you were going to a funeral, Pat. So back to
Jake put BJ doesn't like the Jake style, and him calling Blue Justice BJ for short is fucking hilarious.
So I'm playing Don Lindsay this week.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3. I only have 3 people on a bye. However, there's some of my best players in Amari Cooper, Kareem Hunt, and Tony Pollard. For some reason, I had a trade with somebody that for some reason did not go through, and I don't know how to see why.
How long ago did you set it up?
It was before this week.
Oh, did the president of the league shoot it down, who coincidentally is playing against you this week?
Yo, I don't know how
fucked
to.
Up.
Let's see.
I have 3 guys out on buys and 2 guys injured. My team is fucked.
And what's crazy is I was actually talking with Don Lindsay about this last night, that you have probably the best team in the league. Right now.
I'm on a 4-game win streak.
Yeah, you're doing very well.
In this league is a pretty big deal.
I don't know how to see the trades. But I'm definitely have to look into that because I traded Joe Burrow for a receiver. Oh no, it went through. It went through. For some reason, it wasn't showing right. No, we're good. Yeah. So I traded Joe Burrow because he's trash
Wow.
for Chris Godwin.
Who traded with you? What team?
Brendan.
Oh, okay. The receivers.
Yeah, he traded with me. He needed a good quarterback because he didn't have good quarterbacks, and every time but you always fall asleep when you are a passenger.
Dare believe scared the crap out of you. She's talking about Nick playing that fucking "Do You Believe in Love?" Life After Love, and it was blaring on the way home from the I'm gonna say carnival. What
It
the
was
fair?
Durham.
Yeah, on the way home from the Durham Fair, blaring it, and I slept right on through it until he grabbed me by the chest and screamed at the top of his lungs, and
That was nice of him.
basically made me start shitting directly in my pants.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, scared the fuck out of me.
Do you believe in life after love?
Yep, that's the one.
Great tune.
Now I've got PTSD every time I hear the song.
Colin's football game today is at 5:00.
That's sweet. Is it going to be dark by then?
Yeah, it was getting dark at like 6 before, so it'll be pitch fucking dark for this game. Which
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun, but it's in fucking Cheshire. I'm not gonna be home till like 8:30 tonight.
That's pretty early. It should be no problem.
I like going to bed early on Sundays. Get ready for the week. You know what I mean?
You know, I didn't ask Mr. Second Armament if we're going out for the 4:00 games today.
Second Armament is in Georgia with his race car.
Well,
with the race team. Yeah, you're not going. You should come to Colin's game. He would really appreciate it.
I feel like you want me to go to Colin's game. Colin could not give two shits. Like, why would Colin not want me to go to a closer game? I feel like that's what he would really want. A home team game.
There are going to be 0 more home games.
It's too bad. We had our chance. Anyways.
If they lose today, this will be his last game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so this time last year I think they had 1 win. This year they have 1 win. They do this like I'm going to say it's the losers bracket of a playoffs scenario, so everybody makes the playoffs, but they do like a winners bracket and a losers bracket. Last year they went through and won the entire fucking thing.
I remember that very clearly.
Yes. It was
like Colin's team's garbage. They're the worst. I can't wait for them to lose one more game. And then they just kept winning games.
Yeah, and then there you are December 15th in the middle of a snowstorm and they're playing football.
Yeah.
So good times. Anyway, Pat, we got some memes. Pat, your meme game is weak, dude.
Jake from State Farm said, "Let's get drunk at a kid's game."
Oh my god.
Meme game is weak. Look, this is a fucking great meme. This is from somebody. He said, "My mom fell out of bed and hit her head last night. So I texted my dad this morning for an update. And this is what happened." And it's him texting his dad. And he said, "How's mom's head?" His dad says, "I've had better."
Fred just said,
great.
"Oh my god, disgusting." Fred just said, "I'm staying in bed today all day. Can you guess why?" I will, but I won't do it on the air. Thanks, Fred.
I bet it has to do with everybody's favorite MILF. What does that say? Pat P saw? Well, I can't see that.
Pat saw Thig, THIG, Judge Judy.
Oh, thick. Yeah, Catfucker. Remember last week Catfucker said Judge Judy got that booty?
Yeah, and then you put some booty into the...
When we went off the air, he sent me a picture of Judge Judy in like a pantsuit with her ass stuck out. And Judge Judy does, in fact, have that booty. She has a huge ass.
Awesome.
She's what we call a pog, a fat-ass white girl.
Naked woman chases Jehovah's Witness off her porch down the street yelling, "Succumb to my devil vagina magic." She is not attractive either.
Could you imagine that Jehovah's Witnesses are basically a very pure group? I mean, other than the alcohol and maybe some profanity, but even that, light profanity, no F word. This poor person went to the fucking door and was like, I'd like to talk to you about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And she was like, come succumb to my devil vagina magic. This guy was like, what is happening right now? This woman needs God and I have to run away from her. Real interesting situation.
Would you consider what Jehovah's Witnesses do soliciting? I mean, that's essentially what they do.
I mean, I think by definition they're soliciting. I don't know if soliciting has to involve money changing hands because they're not asking for money the first time. It's really like they're like, "Hey, can I bring you a flyer?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure, I'll read your flyer." And then they come back like a week later and they're like, "Hey, man, how was that flyer?" And you're like, "Oh, great read. Yeah, totally. I couldn't put it down." And they're like, "Cool, cool, cool." So, anyways, about the donation that you want to give us.
Yeah.
Like, I see what happened here. I don't know how this happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a sign up on my door that says no soliciting. New York City unveils new.
I just put this in here to get you going, Tom.
Yeah, thanks for this. New York City unveils new migrant shelter complete with Xboxes, TVs, and couches. Listen, this fucking setup that they got going is like my basement. It's like,
It's like your basement, but more spacious.
More spacious and borderline nicer. You know what I mean? It's clearly in a tent.
Yeah.
It's clearly a tent. I'm sure it's heated and air conditioned because, we can't let people live in something that's not climate controlled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got to tell you, the heat and air conditioning I'm actually okay with. The
I am not.
television, leather couches, lazy boys, and everything else. Part of me wants to be okay with this for the children, right? If you're the child of a migrant, you don't really understand what the fuck is going on, and you don't want to sit there bored to tears all day, every day. So if they give you an Xbox, more power to them. But these people that are coming over here, what are they doing with their day? That's my question. Like, are you actively pursuing like legal immigration status? Are you playing a tournament in Madden? Are you looking for work? What's happening that we were like, man, you know what they need? Like we got people who can't speak English, so they could use English lessons as a second language. They probably need some clothing, some running water, some food, and definitely like an Xbox and a flat screen, because those are like roof, food, water, clothing, Xbox. That's your list of priorities, obviously.
When I see Jake from State Farm said, when I see a no soliciting sign, I just say it's okay, I don't smoke.
What?
I don't get it.
What's the next thing say?
Imagine the Call of Duty lobby in the migrant center. This is we're in a what? Hey, November 8th, this Tuesday, 2 days from now. Make sure you go out there and vote.
Unless you've already voted. There were so many options when like registering and voting. Like you could vote early, you could mail in your fucking vote. There's so many different ways to do it.
Oh, Jake said a no smoking sign. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And Catfucker said I'm voting for Judge Judy. Great.
Jesus.
For real, I don't think early voting should be a thing, especially now that COVID's kind of a yesteryear thing. Like we're still dealing with it kind of, but it's not really what it was. You should not be able to early vote unless you are not going to be in the state. If you live in the state, you should not be able to early vote. Especially in a mail-in ballot form. You know what I mean? Like if they hold like an early voting center and you have to go in person and they verify your ID and all that, great, go vote. But if it's a thing where you're just mailing in a ballot, that's fucking crazy to me. It's a high intellectual meme. Cool.
Who said that?
Jake, which we know that he's not highly intelligent.
Yeah, he is wrong.
Pat, I don't understand this one.
This meme is from Catfucker. Let's start there. Cars, cats, memes on Instagram. Cars_cats_memes. Go fucking friend this guy. He has a sick meme game. I can't believe you don't get this. What this meme, it's like the meme, like if somebody wants to be like, you know what, by the time you realize my worth, I'll be providing all my love and affection to somebody else. Like I'll be showing them my worth. This is him saying, by the time you realize my worth, I'll be boiling hot dogs for somebody else because that is his worth. He can boil a fucking hot dog. I fucking love it. And the hot dogs all have the split ends, which makes me very happy. It's the best part of the hot dog.
Pat, by the way, can't walk by a hot dog cart without getting a hot dog.
It's true.
Catfucker said COVID is dead, basically. If you don't vote for a Republican, then why are you even watching this podcast? Catfucker, we don't push a certain agenda on our listeners. You are free to vote for whoever you think is the best candidate for you, but we do think it's important for you to go out there and vote.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck how you vote. We give a fuck that you vote.
Yes.
And we have interviewed Democratic representatives on this show.
Yeah.
Johanna.
He also said Pat likes
glizzies? I don't know what a fucking glizzy is.
Good for y'all, I do. Cool.
Can you tell us what a glizzy is by definition, please?
Google it.
Google it. I'm on it.
Why don't you Google it and copy and paste it? We're in the middle of doing a fucking goddamn show.
Oh, that's okay. Glizzy meaning.
Glizzy.
Plural. Glizzies. Glock handgun.
That's it.
Oh, but a glizzy is DC slang for a hot dog. A glizzy gobbler, therefore, is someone who is gobbling up hot dogs, usually very quickly for a hot dog eating contest. Oh, that's interesting. Catfucker, your mom is also a glizzy gobbler.
Pat is the glizzy gobbler. Great. Pat, you got to get out of here pretty soon because you have to.
Oh yeah, I'm already late. Fuck.
No, he's not coming till noon. You're good.
I have 47 minutes to take a shower, find a suit, and then hope it's in wearable condition.
Just wear the same suit you wore last night.
I'm probably gonna wear the same suit pants and just put on a dress shirt, not a shirt with a tie.
Makes sense. To be honest with you, I wouldn't even be going to what you're going to, but whatever.
And I'm not going to wear a jacket. I don't know. Did I get a leather coat from you a million years ago, or was it Tony? I have a leather coat that fits me perfectly. I have no clue where I got it. It's pretty nice.
It's probably fucking my leather. It's probably my leather jacket that you took out of my fucking house when you moved out. You piece of shit.
No, I had it before I went there. I had it in Farmington. I have no clue where it came from.
Then it's not.
The thing weighs 900 pounds.
That's why the guy was dry humping you. That's what Fred said.
Catfucker said, Pat, I'm sending you an amazing video. This is definitely a video of Catfucker fucking a cat. That's great.
That'd be great. So yeah, why don't we just bullshit a few more minutes? We won't cover any news stories. I don't know of any notable news that's happened. We mentioned it on the last show, and I'm curious because I didn't look into it much. Do you know what happened to Nancy Pelosi's husband? Because at first, I know he got the shit beat out of him.
He was attacked by a hammer-wielding maniac.
But why? Because I feel like they knew who it was.
We do not have answers to that or the Bristol police shooting. We just don't have explanations, man.
Well, the Bristol police shooting, we do have an explanation. The guy got kicked out of bleachers that night for being drunk and disorderly. Then they went home, got into an argument. He shot his brother, and then when his mom called the cops, he said, I'm taking out the cops. Those are the answers.
Yeah, I mean, that just seems like a very, very harsh reaction. My message Tom, when I was with you and Erica last night, how many alarms in a row did I set for my day today?
A lot.
One of them just went off and was like, you need to get to the funeral. Catfucker said we should ban assault hammers. And I agree. Assault hammers are a very real thing. If we're not careful and we're just selling hammers to anybody who wants to buy a hammer or anybody who pretends like they're using it to drive nails, then we're going to have a real problem with violence in America because the hammers are getting a little bit out of control. I think we need to raise the prices on hammers. And I think maybe if we do a background check, if you can prove that you're working with the hammer, then maybe we can create a little bit better safety for the people around you.
Maybe we should have a special license to buy the hammer.
Yeah, I think schools should be hammer-free zones. I don't see the need to carry a hammer. Maybe job sites like the foreman could have a hammer, and then the crew could share it, to cut down the potential for any potential, insanity, I guess. Jake from State Farm said capable of hitting somebody over and over again.
All on
Yeah.
its own.
Absolutely.
Could almost kill people. What, you get a claw hammer and you start hitting people with that claw end? Ooh. Dude, this is a true story. You know Twitch?
Yeah.
I'm sure I've told this story 100 times. When I was a kid, we used to build forts in the woods all the time. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they're all out in the woods. I'm out on my front porch. A bunch of kids are out in the woods. They're building a fort together. And I see Twitch come screaming, crying down the road, holding his hand. This girl that was helping him took the claw end of the hammer while he was holding a nail. And I don't know why, she went to go hit the nail with the claw end. Put it right through his hand right here.
He didn't twitch before that moment.
Nope. After that, he was. That's pretty much what fucked him up for life.
Tom, I do have 2 news stories we should at least touch base on since they're current and relevant. First news story, cat fucker. I am so sorry. I know that this must have just fucking destroyed you. He was important to a lot of people, not just you. You know, it's a big loss. Aaron Carter passed away, 34 years old. Younger brother of Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. Aaron had, I'm sure, a bunch of hits in pop music. Super vocal about his drug addiction. He just bought a house and sold a house and was talking about it being a new chapter in his life. Unfortunately, that did not get to come to fruition. Aaron Carter dead at 34. Cat fucker, very sorry. I know.
Who the fuck is Aaron Carter?
It's the little brother of Nick Carter. Nick Carter was in the Backstreet Boys. Bye, bye, bye.
How is this hitting? This is not news.
Dude, he's 34 years old. That's a big deal. He was super famous. Very super duper famous.
I don't think he was that famous.
Aaron Carter?
Yeah.
You're out of your fucking mind.
He
was a child star and singer.
Cat fucker just said, I don't even know who that is.
Oh, wow. Well, you're just hiding your passion.
I bet you most of the people in this chat have no idea who that was.
To be fair, this is an older generation of listeners.
Cat fucker's like 23 years old.
Cat fucker's not that young.
He's not that old.
He's been fucking cats for at least a decade.
Remember, Jake from State Farm is only 27 or 28 or something.
Oh my God.
He looks like he's fucking 40, but...
we have team first downs in our league. That kid looks like he should not be able to legally work in the United States of America. He is the youngest motherfucker I've ever seen in a professional setting. I saw him last night and was like, who the fuck brought their kid as their +1? And I was like, oh my God, I know who that is. I've only seen him one other time, and he was in his office and he was behind a desk. So I saw his baby face, but then I saw his whole shit yesterday and was like, what the fuck? Brenda corrected me. Bye, bye, bye is an NSYNC lyric, not the Backstreet Boys. Brenda, I know how passionately Nicholas feels about all boy bands, and I apologize. I should have attacked Nick for this, not Catfucker. Catfucker was live, so I went after him.
I went to Team First Downs the other day because it just occurred to me. He was doing something. I looked at him. I'm like,
did you buy candy bars for his high school fundraiser?
No, it's worse than that. I said, "Remember ever tell you look like a Ken doll?" And he was like, "What?" And I'm like, "You're about the same size as a Ken doll. You guys share the clothes?"
He looks so fucking young.
He is a tiny human.
Yeah.
He's very thin. Whew.
Tom, the other news story, the Houston Astros won the World Series over the Philadelphia Phillies with a Game 6 victory. Does anybody give a single fuck?
I actually was... So again, over the last, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years, all I've been listening to is sports radio. Mainly because I can't stand the fucking news. I used to listen to the news on my way to work. And I can't handle the fucking news because it's always being spun in a certain direction. Doesn't matter which one you're listening to. So I just kind of stepped away from the news. Maybe that's why I don't know who Aaron Carter is. I doubt it, but maybe he just wasn't that famous.
Stopped being famous before you stopped liking the news.
Aaron Carter was never famous.
I can't believe you. When you got to look this kid up. He was super fucking famous.
Okay.
Anyway. I would say Aaron Carter was more famous than Nick Carter, other than the fact that obviously the Backstreet Boys are more famous. Nick Carter as an individual was not as successful as Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter was a fucking huge. I think he was an actor as well as being a musician, and he can dance his ass off. He's like Justin Timberlake.
Well, the only difference is he's dead now, so he's not. And I
Brenda
know
said, Backstreet Boys, "You are my fire. You are
my
fire."
fire, my one. The next word is
Fire.
yes.
I thought you were gonna do it.
No, because they switch who's singing in the song.
Do they? I have no idea, Tom.
You never listen to that shit? Come on, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I've listened to plenty of boy band music. Several, not just one, but several of my exes were big into boy bands. My high school sweetheart was a fucking fanatic. Liz as well. Liz was big into boy bands.
My one desire. Yeah.
I also listen to a ton of punk rock music, and all that shit gets covered in punk rock. So I know the majority of the lyrics to the majority of the songs. That song Britney Spears did "Sometimes" is an awesome punk rock song.
No idea what the fuck you're talking about. Anyway,
it's like she's hiding from herself in the relationship. Like she wants to open up, but she's afraid of what's going to happen if she does. So she's saying like, sometimes I run, sometimes I hide, sometimes I'm scared of you when all I really want is to hold you tight. But as a punk rock song, it's fucking dope. I'm just taking a drink and really letting this all sink in.
Crickets.
Yeah. Houston Astros.
Yeah. So anyway, so I was really into the World Series, mainly because Phillies were such a big underdog, and they took Game 1 in Houston, and Houston was like the unbeatable team. They swept every single team in the playoffs this year.
Well, they
except for
swept this one.
It was 4-2. Phillies took 2 games. That's not pretty close. Phillies only needed to win 2 more.
The amount of wins that the Phillies got.
Well, that's because it's a 7-game series.
Yeah.
Anyway,
did Phillies hit back-to-back homers in one of the games?
I'm sure they could have. I mean, I don't know. I know that the Game 1, they were down 5-0 going into the 4th or the 5th, and they came back, scored 5 runs in the next 2 innings, tied the game up, went extra innings, and got it in the top of the 10th. Got a solo home run to win the game in Houston.
Nothing is better than when athletes perform passionately.
Yes, I agree with that.
Realistically, every championship game, every World Series, everything in any sport could like they could make a movie out of every fucking one of them because they're such good stories. So when you see a sports movie, and I know a lot of people write them off as like, oh, this is the same story every time. They're never the same fucking story. They're all fucking incredible. But there's never are 2 of them the exact same thing. And I myself, with football movies, started to struggle. Like, man, these are really similar, but they're not the same.
Well, they all had the same end. Like, there's a team that's the underdog. Usually, when they make the movie, it's about the underdog coming and being the champion at the end. Which, sure, they could have done that with the Phillies if they won. You know what I mean? But they're not making, like, if Houston would have went out and swept, which was the expectation, right? That they were going to come out and sweep this fucking Phillies team. Like, of course they swept them. They were the odds favorite. They won 100 and something games this year.
Okay, so to your point, like, remember the Titans, that is the story of a team a whole fucking town coming together and overcoming the greatest obstacles in American history. And yes, they became a successful program, but then take Varsity Blues, that's a team, it's a fucking comedy, which is a completely different movie. The Replacements was a completely different movie. Miracle was a completely different movie. Tin Cup, he loses. Tin Cup, he gets frustrated on that fucking last hole and just keeps fucking running up his score. We Are Marshall, the whole fucking team dies in the opening scene. Like, these movies, while they have a lot of things in common, Coach Carter, another one where they, they're the underdog and they come from behind, but it's a different sport. It's a different story. It's a different environment. I fucking love sports cinema.
Me too. I think Remember the Titans is probably one of the greatest movies ever.
Oh, absolutely. And one of the best stories ever. The Mighty Ducks was an amazing movie, bro. As far as, comedies go, dude, as a children's movie, that's one of the best children's movies ever made. Brenda said, water is for washing blood out of your uniform.
That's awesome. You're not going to get any blood on my uniform, are you? Great movie. Yeah. So, are those your two news sources? Oh yeah, the Houston Astros won the World Series.
Yeah, just quick headlines.
Pat, who's your upset this week in football? You have no idea who's playing, do you?
Tom, my upset, I'm going to take down my opponent in fantasy because that motherfucker scored 196 points last week. I am not a big fan of this competition right now. I am terrified. I'm on a 4-game win streak, and I'm going after whoever that skinny fuck is, itty bitty teeny tiny baby Joe. I'm trying to take first place from him, and
Hold on, you're in first place.
In our division, not in the league. Itty bitty teeny tiny baby Joe is in first place in the league.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because to make the playoffs, you just have to be top 2 in your division.
Yes,
there's only
but
4
I
teams
want to beat itty bitty teeny tiny baby Joe.
Okay, good luck. Eagles 8-0. Yeah, fuck the Eagles. Brenda, I hate to tell you this, the Eagles are not as good as you guys think they are. They have not played a single team worth a damn. And if you say,
so what if you win all of your games? That doesn't make you the best.
I'm just saying they're going to make the playoffs. They might even win that division. They're going to lose in the first round of the playoffs that they play in, which will probably be the divisional round.
You heard it here first. Tommy Washington calling the shots. And if you've paid attention to the laying 9.5 with Tommy, you want to put everything you have on the Eagles winning the first round of the playoffs right now. If we've learned anything from the Number 9 with Tommy podcast, it is that the laying 9.5 with Tommy is historically inaccurate in their betting.
In our betting, yes. However, we got a lot of flack in the beginning episodes about we said how good the Jets were going to be. And here we are. The fucking Jets are what, 6-2, 5-3, something like that. The Jets look pretty fucking good. Mainly because
just everybody who uses green. Are all the green teams doing well?
I don't think it has anything to do with their uniforms, Pat. You all fucking idiot.
My mom would be wrong then. That's my mom. My mom for fucking 40 years has picked based on uniform and mascot. So
do you know why the Jets are doing so well?
No.
Because Zach Wilson's a MILF fucker, and I love it. He's fucking banging MILFs out there. You know what I mean? Love it.
I'm not against that.
Good for him. And Brenda said at least they show up. Well, they do show up, but I feel bad for all the Eagles fans that have high hopes of them doing something spectacular. Whoever Giants have had better meme. Listen, I'm not a Giants fan, but the Giants look good. I mean, what's funny is in the beginning of late 9.5 from Tommy, we broke down all the divisions week by week. Like that's what we did. We did two divisions a week. We did AFC, NFC East, AFC, NFC East. Like we just broke them all down, right?
Yeah.
And I picked Dallas.
Fred said the Packers suck this year and they wear green.
Oh, that's a good point. But they have yellow and green. Maybe it's because they have yellow in their uniforms.
Could be.
They do suck though.
The Commanders also rock some yellow and they're not doing great.
They beat the Packers.
Valid.
But the NFC East is probably the best division of football. Everybody thought the AFC West was going to do well because it's the Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, and Broncos. And everybody had all these high hopes for the Broncos because Russell Wilson went there. I think it's important to say that Russell Wilson is probably the most overrated quarterback in football. And since he left Pete Carroll, who is having a great season with Geno Smith, who's a nobody, Russell Wilson just sucks. And it's the exact opposite of the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick deal. Because Tom Brady had success after the Patriots. Russell Wilson sucks.
Where are you? You have been a diehard standalone fan of Big Dick Nick. Where are you right now on Big Dick Nick?
Well, I don't know who he's playing with, but I'm not a standalone. There are plenty of people out there that love Nick Foles. But
name 70.
Name 70 people?
Yeah.
I don't know 70. Pat, I personally don't know 70 people, so I couldn't say that. But I will. But there are a lot of people out there who like Big Dick Nick. If he was the starting quarterback for the Eagles right now, I would say that they're going to win another Super Bowl because that's what he does. He comes in the clutch.
He won one with him, right?
He's the one, because remember, Carson Wentz, that fucking guy sucks.
He went down like cat fucker in front of a kitten.
Yes, he went down. and he was having an MVP season. And then thank God they had Big Dick Nick because they went through and won the Super Bowl. There's zero doubt in my mind. Zero doubt. If Carson Wentz was the quarterback throughout that season, they do not win that Super Bowl. Zero doubt in my mind.
Brenda said the Vikings have yellow. How's that working out for you at Fred?
Ooh, well, I said.
Do you have Fred and Brenda sitting next to each other right now?
I mean, I'm
like
sure,
in my head, that's how that's working.
Yeah, I'm sure they're laying in bed and watching us on their phones.
Okay.
Maybe they're watching us. Maybe they have us on their phones and they have porn on the TV. I'm not really sure how it's all breaking down.
I was just gonna say, Nick, we've been really nice to Brenda today, and then you said that. Man, Nick, we almost had your back. Brenda said, "Yep."
Nailed it.
Oh, there you go, Nick. I don't know what you're doing on this NASCAR Sunday, but we know what Brenda's doing.
Yeah, she's good to check her flag. You know what I mean? Hopefully she gets there first.
Any caution laps over in that town.
All right, man. You gotta get out of here. You gotta get ready. I'm gonna get out of here.
Very much late now.
No, you got 28 minutes.
That's true.
That's plenty of time.
Shit, shower, and find an outfit.
Well, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Everybody that's in the chat, thanks for watching. We had a great time. Love having you guys in the live chats.
When so you get much better with people in the live chat.
Yeah, when you guys get the notifications, if you have time, stop in. The last two shows have been great for live chatters. If you're listening to us on the Working Out Fine, they're 6-1. Oh yeah, about the Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings. I mean, it's too bad that they have Kirk Cousins who can't win a game in primetime because again, they'll make the playoffs, but they're going to lose in their first round because Kirk Cousins sucks. What was I saying? Oh, yeah.
To all of his other relatives.
So 7:30 on Wednesday, we'll be back. If you guys can watch the show, come watch it. And then we're going to have a few episodes off. Maybe I'm not going to have time to get episodes up, but Pat's going to try and do a show live next Wednesday. And then maybe we'll get one out before. When are you leaving to go to Virginia?
Oh, we got another 100 chats in the fucking stream today. Let's go. We're getting trophies left and right. What was your question?
When are you leaving for your Thanksgiving trip? I assume it's
the week of Thanksgiving. I'll be out of town, but I really think you and I can still do a show. We've done it from where I'll be before. Maybe I'll convince one of my nieces or nephews to pick a topic and go long form with us.
I'm okay with that. Or we can always have Steve on. I'm fine with that.
Listen, all of my nieces and nephews did well with Halloween. Let me tell you, my niece Kira she didn't want to be Carrie because she was like, everybody's going to be Carrie. She did like somebody else from the Carrie party, I think is what she was describing, like one of the other students. Dude, her fucking... So she wore like a legit like prom dress and then did like, we'll say like pale face paint and covered the dress and her face in blood. It was fucking sick. I saw some pictures of it on Facebook. I was really impressed. She's got a real flair for that shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. There's something I was going to say too about that. Dude, Colin came home with a fucking huge bag of candy, right?
Definitely thought you were going to say Hickey.
No, he doesn't have... I have no idea if he's even dating anybody anymore. Who knows? These kids...
I don't know what the fuck just happened, but my brother Steven just texted the group chat and said, Rex Ryan dressed as Bill Belichick has me cracking up, and I can't fucking wait to see this.
Oh, it's got to be on ESPN game day. Oh, shit.
That's awesome.
Let me see if maybe this TV's on. That's awesome. He's dressed as Bill Belichick. That's fucking hilarious. Of course, the TV's not. It's on like channel 4 or some shit. Perfect. So Colin comes home with this big bag of candy, right? And a bunch of full-size shit in it and stuff. So Eric and I are like, first off, he stole a bunch of candy from his friend, which wasn't cool. We fucking yelled at him about that. But anyway, so we're like, you're not taking that candy up to your room, right? So we leave it in the dining room. And in my head, that means, like, clearly we're telling you that you have to police yourself in how you're going to eat this candy, okay? So I knew this kid had a bunch of candy, so I go to his bag yesterday because I was going to steal a piece of candy from him. Pat, the entire bag is just full of wrappers. And I look at him and I go, dude, you ate this, like literally, he ate 9/10 of the bag and it was just wrapped. And I'm like, what did, he's like, it's not even that much candy. I'm like, dude, you were eating 10 to 15 pieces of candy a day. It's been 5 days and you ate this entire bag of candy. What the fuck is wrong with you? And he's just laughing. I'm like, it's not even funny, dude. This is why you look like a roly-poly-oly. What the fuck?
Oh, very kind of you. Very kind of you.
Listen,
all right, Tom.
Listen, I just don't want
podcast.
the kid to struggle like I have through his life and be fat forever.
Well, he's like 1,000 pounds lighter than when he showed up at your house.
Kinda, not really.
He looks great. He really does.
He does. If he would stop eating bags of candy, he'd look even better.
It's once a year. Oh
Really?
my God, Brenda just said, really double stuff?
Brenda, here's one for you. I ate a whole roll of double stuffed Oreos last night when I got back from that party. What's up?
Oh,
That's a true
God.
story. That's a true story right there. I had my red Solo cup with my milk, and I was just sitting there eating those double stuffs. All right. Pat, thank you.
Brenda,
Chat,
Fred,
thank you.
Cat Fucker, Jake from State Farm, Tommy, Number Niners. I say good day.